we're back with the wonderful, kind folks at KestCast, providing you with lovely services, such as killing civilians in medieval times. I'm fucking with you. Alright.
What's in the chest? Is that a chest or?
It is a chest. Is it lockpick? Is it locked? Yes. Do I need a lockpick? Yes. Am I just given up on all of the lockpicking in this game? Yes.
You haven't tried it since the...
Yep. It was stupidly hard, terrible, and I'm a good boy. Good little Henry, they call me. That's right. I wanted to see if I was hungry. 77 nourishment. That is the perfect amount to steal some food.
It's not stealing, is it?
It is if there's nothing... Oh.
You have to cook stuff.
Yeah. Don't want to.
Don't you have some meat?
Cooked hair, mate. Sweet.
Why has it got a cross?
Stolen.
Oh, so you can eat that? And you have. Now you're full.
Oops. Didn't mean to do it. Well. God damn it.
Hello!
You're made like...
Why can't you talk right now? You can.
Well, while we're waiting for evening, because I don't want to wait, I'm going to do that horse thing.
All the way down there.
Take 2 seconds to get there. On trusty Pebbles. I wish my horse was named Buttercup. I liked Buttercup so much more than Pebbles.
No, Pebbles is better.
Ooh, a new level in horsemanship.
That makes it sound inappropriate.
No, it's 3 different forms of travel. You can travel on horse, man, or ship. Or you travel... A man travels on a horse across a ship. Do you like the joyfulness of this game? Ha!
So what is it you're doing? Sorry?
I have to break in a horse, don't I?
Oh, right, yeah. That one.
Do you think it's this one?
Yep.
Right to oh. It's going well.
This is not good. You started something.
Yep. Oh, it's like actual running away.
Yeah, that horse does not want to be ridden. Bye.
Why is there a gap in the gate here? What?
Can't you jump over it?
What's happening?
There it is.
Stupid horse.
At least it's wearing a saddle.
Yeah, conveniently. That's right. He was saying like it would wear a saddle, but it won't allow people to ride it. Please don't step on me.
This isn't gonna work.
This is going so well. Where the fruit did he go?
There he is.
Oh my god. Alright, back to town.
Is there something like you might have to have a certain level of horse?
Ooh, actually.
Horse riding?
Let's check it out. Horseness. Ooh, I have a skill and strength. Your stamina regeneration will not slow down in combat, even on the weapon backswing. That sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You can deplete an opponent's health and stamina by bumping into him at a sprint. The effect is increased if your armor is heavier than his. That's really cool. Blocking an opponent's strikes with your shield will cost you... I don't have a shield. Carrying dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina, and they will burden you only half as much. I like the tight grip.
Fair enough.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, I have a lot of stuff to get, apparently. Rhythm slash... What? By means of rapid attacks, put the opponent on the defensive, then feint to stab, but instead of carrying it through, execute a Mittelhau, I don't know how to pronounce that, around the opponent's blade straight to the face. Oh, that does sound really cool. Short sword, hunting sword, saber. Wow, like the exact motions you have to do for this seems hard.
Yeah, that's pretty full on.
What am I using?
Do something easy.
That one seems easy.
But you don't actually remember any of these, so...
No. You have a greater chance of drawing your opponent's blood. The more damage your sword, the greater your chance of poisoning your opponent when you hit him, even without poison applied to your weapon. If you do not have poison on damaged weapon, the chances of administering it are increased by half. If you do have poison, sorry. I want bloodletter. Defense! Blocking your strikes will cost an opponent 15% more stamina. That's probably good. If you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more. A damaged weapon will cause much less damage, as well as its price being greatly reduced. I imagine that. Alright. The thing I actually wanted to do was check.
Your horseman, sure.
Increase your chance of staying in the saddle if an opponent tries to unhorse you. Your horse will be extremely skittish in storms, but will shy less in any other weather. A horse will never throw you outside of combat.
That's what you need.
Minimum level 14.
Get riding, buddy.
Alright, well. Where'd you come from?
Pebbles is faithful.
Okay. Okay. There it is. So we're just gonna wait now. Stupid horse, horsey, roan horse. There's definitely a trick to it of like you have to talk to someone or who knows how to calm the beast. Calm the beast within.
Yeah, so I find it odd there's not a soothe option or something.
It's not Breath of the Wild, Caitlin.
It could be.
I do like the horse riding in that game. It's a little bit satisfying. I just want to imagine that, like, I stand right here.
For 6 hours.
And like, what is that guy doing?
He's not doing anything.
And this is so fun. Oh, my health is a bit low.
All of that falling off of a horse.
Yeah, stupid horse. Why do you hate me so? Alright.
The priest literally walked past you to get in there.
Yeah, it's like, what? Oh, I'm definitely sitting into it. Okay. Yep.
Hello.
Tacarino.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out.
If you get me
But first,
drunk.
I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
You're on a
I'm from
time.
Skalitz.
Yeah, I gathered. Oh, I saw the thing, so.
I'm sorry. What about your kin?
I'm sorry, you're from Skalitz.
They're dead.
If I be
I'm
open
sorry
with
to hear
him,
that.
he'll be open with me, right?
Here,
Oh,
we'll drink to them. It must have
the
been
floor.
terrible.
It
It
was.
was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows
Not
why.
the slaughter. I mean,
We killed
you
anyone
weren't
who
any
didn't
help
make it to
at
the
all,
shelter of
Henry.
the castle. My parents, my girl,
My girl.
even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do.
There was a lot you could do.
Then I fled to
Not
Tamburg with
standing
the
there
Cumans
was
on
one
my
of them.
heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest.
And
how
that
did
being
you come to
dead
get this
works.
assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
You think I'm too young for the job, Father?
I do, to tell the truth.
Well, I can only apologise for my lack of grey hair and gout.
Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyle? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful.
His
Well,
accent, what is it?
Yeah,
Here's to
it's
those
not
poor
good.
souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't
Go
expect
butter
that
him
of a
up
man
first,
with a
Caitlin.
Okay.
You know what they say. The Lord moves
Loosen
in
the
mysterious
lips.
ways.
But
Yeah, have
this
some
is a
more
bit
wine.
more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force.
Ooh.
These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
I mean,
Well, we've had an agreement.
it's not straight to the point
Yeah.
anymore.
So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to
Do
die?
you?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Is it?
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
I don't.
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
I'll go on a murder spree.
On my soul.
You could have just told me that
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation.
earlier.
Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous
Good, yeah, cool.
Can you give me an example?
Especially if they're about
Recently, a
fornication.
priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver.
That's
They
basically
don't know
the church.
mercy.
Yep.
Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they
That just
buy
reminds me of
beautiful
Lucifer, 'cause we're
horses
watching
and
that at the
ride
moment.
and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice
Lucifer
and
doesn't
dress
even
their
like
whores in expensive
heaven.
furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the
Okay, that's
poor.
enough alcohol
Alright, now,
for you.
okay, he's getting
By
out of hand
God
now.
and his people too. Amen.
Oh, right.
No.
This Jan Hughes character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
Shut
I
up,
don't
Henry.
doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Alright. You are.
A tankard of ale for me.
We're gonna pick this up next time because there's
That's
a
a
lot
lot
to
of
decide.
options.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Or whoever they pray to in this game. Probably Jesus
It's
Christ.
still Jesus.
The Jesus. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're enjoying. If you like the ramblings of old preachers. Oh, damn.